Today I will be going through rumored Switch 2 games as of the day I'm recording this. I won't be bringing up every rumor out there because so many are obviously fake. I'm gonna try and focus on rumors that actually have some weight to them. For example, the new Super Mario Bros. Collection fake leak has no credibility. It's by some random guy on Reddit and has been proven fake. But just remember, these are just rumors and speculation as of right now. Nothing is official, so please just understand that none of these may happen. So the first rumored game is a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, and this rumor comes from leaker Nash Weedle, who I think has mentioned it a couple times now, and he said that Nintendo is working on an Ocarina of Time remake for the Switch 2, but is nowhere near being completed. And I think he's even said it won't be ready for next year. And Nash Weedle has been pretty accurate recently. He's leaked things like Metroid Dread and Mario & Luigi Brothership, along with calling Donkey Kong Bonanza, and most recently Indiana Jones on the Switch 2. And I'm gonna be bringing him up a lot this video, but he seems to be one of the more accurate leakers out there. He has claimed a lot of things that are kind of big claims, so just take it all with a pinch of salt though. But I do think a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake would make sense, cause Zelda games probably take forever to make. So since remakes are probably quicker to make, it could fill in that gap. And even though it's a remake, that would be a huge game, probably even a system seller. For the next rumor, we have another remake, this time for Mario, being Super Mario Galaxy 2. And this rumor comes from podcaster Special Nick of the Xbox Eras podcast. And he has claimed that we might be getting a Galaxy 2 remaster, and he claimed this in the chat of Nintendo Prime's stream. I don't know much about this guy, but he has gotten some things right, but his resume is not the biggest, so I'll definitely take this rumor with a pinch of salt. But a Galaxy 2 remaster honestly sounds possible to me, because remember in 3D All-Stars, Nintendo left out Galaxy 2, and also Mario's 40th anniversary, the movie coming out next year. There's just a lot of reasons why they could do this. So yeah, it's very possible. And this would be cool too, because Galaxy 2 is my favorite game. The next game that is rumored is a potential new Yoshi game, and this rumor comes from Nash Weedle, who says Nintendo may have been developing this since middle of 2024. And also it would use Unreal Engine, which apparently they've used before, but I've never noticed that, with the codename being Sunny. Once again, Nash Weedle tends to be accurate, and a Yoshi game isn't the craziest claim, but as always, nothing is official. I actually think this rumor is pretty believable though. Nintendo seems to be making Yoshi games somewhat consistently, and with the Mario movie coming next year, Yoshi looks like he could have a big role in it, so it makes sense for them to make a new game around Yoshi. Maybe even a 3D Yoshi game, but I don't know. This is definitely one of the games I'd be more excited to come true though. Okay, this game is technically a Switch 1 game, but it'd also be playable on Switch 2. But Kirby Planet Robobot is supposedly being ported to the Switch, and this rumor is by Nate the Hate, who is pretty reliable. In fact, he's probably the biggest Nintendo leaker as of right now. Now, he's actually said this rumor twice, but it was kind of a while ago. I think like back in February, but it can definitely still come true. And like I said, Nate the Hate is pretty accurate. He's leaked Nintendo Directs and most famously leaked the Switch 2's reveal day, and I think even more. And yeah, this seems pretty believable, if anything else just because it's Nate the Hate saying it. But also Kirby Planet Robobot is apparently like Kirby's best game, so bringing it to a platform that sold over 150 million seems pretty smart. And I would really like for this to come true, because I never played Kirby Planet Robobot, and I'd also like it if they made it a combo deal with Kirby Triple Deluxe, but I doubt that. And there's no rumors for that either. This rumor is another port for a Switch game, but this one's really interesting because it's actually rumored by Nintendo. Yoshi's Woolly World was accidentally shown during one of the directs. I think it was the Switch 2 direct, when they were talking about backwards compatibility, and you can see Yoshi's Woolly World right there, put with a bunch of other Switch games. Nintendo would be the best source, and maybe they accidentally showed a game that's coming to Switch and Switch 2, and I actually would really like for this to be real because I never played Yoshi's Woolly World, but the issue is they might have just gotten it mixed up with Yoshi's Crafted World, which honestly, that's what I think happened. They meant to show Yoshi's Crafted World, but instead showed Yoshi's Woolly World. But at the same time, Yoshi's Woolly World on Switch doesn't sound unrealistic at all, so I don't know. Make what you want with this rumor. So the next one is a potential new Mario Tennis, but this is probably the biggest speculation because there's no real source. It's just some people, including me, speculating there will be a new one because Camelot, the developer of the Mario Tennis games, is rumored to be almost complete with a new game. So a lot of people are just assuming it could be a new Mario Tennis because they're very common. Nintendo has had one, I think, in their last 3 consoles. Since there's no direct claim that this game is coming, it's kind of just people speculating, then take this as it is, just fans speculating off of a rumor of no specific game. But I still wanted to include this because Nintendo making a new Mario Tennis is pretty likely. And apparently some people are not that excited for another tennis game because the past ones have been disappointing. but I'd still like to see one, especially since I've only ever played one. And I also think it's pretty possible Switch 2 has a tennis game. The next game is the Playtest program, and this is an actual leak, not a rumor. It was a game that you had to sign up for and be chosen to test it, but it might not be an actual game. It could just be a test for a game that isn't finished being developed or something else. Now, I never got to play it myself, but there are actual leaks and pics of what it looked like. But I think Nintendo was taking down posts with footage or pictures of it, so if I have to blur them, just go to my Twitter, I'll post them there. And like I said, I was never in it, but some people have described it as an MMO, which I don't even know what game genre that is, but based off the pictures, it looks pretty cool. So it's interesting to see if it'll actually become a real game or not. But it sounds pretty neat, so hopefully it does. But we'll see, maybe it's just a test for a different game. The final rumor is a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and this rumor once again comes from Nash Weedle, who said the voice actor for the Talking Flower recorded new lines. But he doesn't actually claim it's for a DLC or Switch 2 edition. He just hints at it. Some people think the new voice lines could be for the Mario Party Jamboree DLC, but Nash Weedle specifically said for Mario Wonder. And again, Nash Weedle tends to be right, but he's got a lot of rumors, so just take them as speculation. I personally do trust Nash Weedle a lot though, and Mario Wonder getting DLC doesn't sound that unrealistic, especially with Mario's 40th anniversary coming up, so I could definitely see it happening. And those are all the rumored Switch 2 games I could find that had some weight to them. There are a ton of rumors, but I didn't want to mention if they were by someone with no credibility. But that doesn't mean any of these games will come true. We'll just have to wait and see. But what potential games are you most excited for?